Okay, welcome to Yin Yoga. Let's make sure we have some gear available. Maybe a strap, a couple of blocks is good, a blanket, a bolster or cushions. And if you don't have all the gear, just some of the gear is fine. Just what you have is what we'll use. So let's look at this area from the knees to the navel, front, back, and sides tonight. The quintessential part of Yin Yoga is often considered knees to the navel. So that's low back, the sides of the body here, the abdominals, and the thighs in all directions. So let's start with a little centering. Come into a comfortable position, and you can sit on a block or a cushion or the blanket and sit towards the front of it so the hips tilt forward and your knees are generally lower than your hips as best as possible. And create a nice strong structure with the triangular arms out, palms face up, supporting the open chest. And think about this tall spine. How do you create a tall spine when you're sitting like this? One of the ways we can focus on the tall spine is to use the breath. As you inhale, push down through the sit bones. Really feel the sit bones push down. You become conscious of the sit bones on the mat, on the block, on the cushion. And as you exhale, lift up through the ribs, lift up through the crown of the head, and then relax the shoulders. So the shoulders and the arms have nothing to do with our verticality. They're just appendages. Inhale, push down through the sit bones, right through the core of the body. Exhale, lift up the ribs, lift up the back of the neck, crown of the head. Relax the shoulders. So feel like a tree trunk, the trunk of the body, the central axis getting tall. You're rooting into the earth and the shoulders are relaxing. So this is a constant endeavor to stay with the posture, trunk of the body tall, shoulders relaxed. Base of the body, the sit bones, the legs root into the earth. So posture is a constant endeavor, constantly moving against gravity. And as we sit up tall, we start to develop a kind of inner strength, lifting up, taking pressure off the hips, taking pressure off those muscles we want to work with today. And then exhale, come down onto your back. Bring the feet to the top of the mat. If you'd like to support the head, you can. And just draw both knees into the ribs. Hold both knees and feel the low back here. Keep the back of the neck long. So if you feel the chin lifting up, build up a prop under the head so the back of the neck stays long, the chin stays neutral. Squeeze a little more, both knees in towards the ribs. And then drop the left foot to the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee, figure 4. Let's come back to this long spine here. As you inhale, push your right hand into that right thigh. And as you exhale, lift the back of the head just a tad off the blanket and stretch out the back of the neck and then lay it back down. So we're working on this theme of length by pushing through the hand into the thigh as you inhale. And as you exhale, just lift the head a little bit and lengthen the back of the neck. Let's try that 3 more times. Inhale, push. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, push. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, push. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Now hold that length. Hold that length. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release the pressure against that thigh so the right hand is freed up now. Pick up the left knee and bring the figure 4 in towards your ribs. Reach down and grab the foot and the knee with the hands. And as the hands pull it in, push with the knee so you create this nice configuration. Hands are pulling the right lower leg, and the knee, the left knee, is pushing. So you're creating a lot of stretch sensation now into the right glute. If you get tired at all, you can drop the left foot down. But if you drop the left foot down, keep holding the right leg with the hands so you keep that stretch going. Have a strap handy. You may or may not need the strap. So the next stage is to thread the right hand through the figure 4 and grab the shin. And the left hand's going to grab the shin, and then you pull on the shin. So your arms and left knee are doing all the pulling and pushing here to go deeper into the pose. If you cannot reach your hands around that shin, take your strap around the shin and then pull the strap back, and you'll get exactly the same stretch in that right glute. But now you bound up and your low back is going to start to untether here. Now, if you've got a strap, this might be a little more challenging, it may not, but we want to relax the shoulders. So we want the same amount of squeeze, but with relaxed shoulders. We don't want to be hunching the shoulders here. So if your strap is around the shin, work your hands down the strap until those shoulders can relax. Now let's see if we can get this theme of verticality going again. So as you inhale, push out through your sit bones. I know it's going to feel weird because the sit bones are not sitting on anything. They're in the air. Inhale, push down through the sit bones. Exhale, just tuck the chin a little bit and lengthen the neck. So here we go again with verticality as we hold this squeeze. Inhale, push through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck. And keep relaxing those shoulders so the shoulders are getting a nice release here. Inhale, sit bones, push. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck, relax the shoulders. Inhale, push through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders. 3 more times. Whew. Now on the third one, release the strap or the hands and drop the left foot, keep the figure 4. And feel all the sensations in that right thigh, right down through the right leg. And then push the right knee over the left knee. So you come into that floppy shin. Floppy shin. So let floppy shin flop away. Close your eyes. And bring your sensitivity or your awareness into the low back here. Just notice how it's feeling right now. Keep the floppy shin alive. And 3. 2. And 1. And stop the flop. Bring the hands out 90 degrees, palms down, so the arms are straight out from the shoulders like a big T. Push down through the left foot. Inhale, lift the hips off the ground and tilt the pelvis to the left, knees to the left. So you're coming into a cross-knee lumbar twist to the left. Meanwhile, your arms stay grounded. So the thoracic spine is not twisting, it's the lumbar spine. Now let's see how this theme of verticality goes here. Inhale, push down through the sit bones. So as you push down through the sit bones, you're unclogging the pelvis. And as you exhale, lengthen the neck. So each breath helping you stay long in the spine. Let's do this for 5 breaths. So this conscious inhaling, push through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthen through the neck. Now, in a twist, it might feel like nothing's happening except your imagination, but that's fine. It means you're not slumping, you're keeping that length. 3 more breaths. Now on the last breath, I want you to relax the hips. Just let the whole body go limp in that twist. Like you're a balloon that's had the air let out of you. And just for a moment, come onto the side body, the left side, straightening the legs, George Costanza pose. Push out through that top heel, that right heel. Your body is straight. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, head, all one line. You can use the top hand to balance you if you're falling over. Otherwise, you can have it along the ridge of the body. Now push out through the right heel. Really let that right heel push out. and feel that top calf muscle stretch. Curl the toes back. Now lift your top knee, slide your hand down the knee, down the shin, grab the ankle. If you cannot reach your ankle, wrap a strap around it and grab the strap and then pull that foot behind you. Line up the knees. Bring the top shoulder back. Feel that quadricep stretch here. Nice. See if you can walk your hand down to the foot a little more and pull the top of the foot back in a little bit more. Now push the top hip forward a little more. For 3, 2, and then come onto your back. Just relax. Just relax and notice the contrast between your right and left. Everything. Right and left everything. Hips, legs, knees, ankles, foot, glute, shoulder. Bend both knees and cross the left ankle over the right knee. And take your left hand and gently push that left thigh away. Notice how the hip feels on this side when you do that. So think of verticality here. As you inhale, you push the thigh away, you push the sit bones away. Exhale, just lift the chin a little bit, lengthen the neck, crown of the head goes the opposite direction. Now, we're all going to have different experiences in this position. I'm feeling a lot more tension in this hip as I do this compared to the other side. So I'm feeling the asymmetry of my body as I do this. Inhale, push. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, push that leg. And then relax the push, relax the push. Just take a few breaths here to recover and feel. Notice the low back in particular. And then exhale, pick up that right knee and grab the foot and the knee with the hands. So the hands are holding the left lower leg and the right knee is pushing from behind. So you've got this squeeze and pull, push and pull, that squeezes the front of the body inwards, and the back of the body should be feeling the stretch here. Low back, left glute, and maybe left thighs. So we're getting plenty of release here. And I want you to find deliciousness here. You're looking for deliciousness. So if you're grimacing, grunting, groaning, just back off a little bit. But if this feels like, oh man, I've died and gone to heaven, then you can hang out here for a bit longer. Feel that low back let go. Feel the relationship between the low back here and that piriformis, that, oh, left glute. Oh, this is better than a fun ride. So we hang out here for a good minute or so, and then we'll go deeper by threading the arms through the figure 4, interlacing the fingers or grabbing the strap. So another 5 or 6 breaths here, and then we'll go deeper. Now, if you're having so much fun here, you can also just hang out here. Deep breath in, exhale. You might lift the head up as you thread and secure either interlacing the fingers or a strap. And relaxing the shoulders. So we've got this triple attention, 3 spots of attention. And that doesn't mean the 3 spots where you feel the most sensation, but we're going to bring our awareness to these 3 spots to keep engaging the shape. Inhale, push out through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthen the back of the neck, and then relax the shoulders. So this is where we get quite an active sequence going. Inhale, push through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders. So on your own, hit those 3 spots over and over again. And again, this isn't necessarily where you're going to feel the most sensation, but it's your constant endeavor. That's your work. So the sensations I felt in the beginning are starting to dissolve. There's something releasing here over time, with patience, with effort, with consistency. And the more those shoulders can relax, the greater stamina we'll have in this pose. Because there's a fair bit going on as we hold this figure 4. 5 more breaths if you can. Now when you've done the breaths, release the hands or the strap. Let the figure 4 come down onto the ground. So the right foot's on the ground, left ankle stays over. Let's spend some time in recovery here and just feel the release, what I like to call the echo of the shape dissolving. You feel the tingling in the hands, arms, hips, legs. So I like to think of that tingling as aliveness, vitality, blood flow rushing back into the ligaments and tendons. Now take the left hand and push that left knee over into floppy shin. And away you go with floppy shin. And like we did last time with floppy shin, see if you can bring your attention into your low back. Notice how it's feeling right now. Let the breathing become smoother and relaxed. Relaxing the jaw, keeping the jaw soft, unhinged or hinged, open. Having the jaw hinged open is going to help the breath be nice and smooth. For 3, 2, and then stopping the flop. Arms out 90 degrees from the shoulders, so big wide wingspan, palms face down. Push down through the right foot. Now lift the hips. Tilt the pelvis to the right and let the knees come to the right. So your lumbar twist on this side. Once again, we're going to use the imagination and small isometric muscle contractions to inhale, push through the sit bones, unclog the pelvis, exhale, lengthen the neck. So it's not just the normal rest we experience in this shape, we're actually adding some effort for a while so that we can relax more into the shape later on. Inhale, push through the sit bones, unclog the pelvis, feel the ribs lift away from the hips. Exhale, lengthen the neck. So feeling that tallness, that theme of tallness and elongation continuing on as we release the back, glutes, ribs. Five more conscious breaths, 5 more elongating breaths. Now on the 5th exhale, let everything relax. Keep the twist, keep the knees crossed. And then work on relaxation now. Just let everything go limp and soft. Keep the neck long. We're going to start to transition now into George Costanza pose on this side. So starting to roll onto the right side, propping the head up with the right hand. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, the head all in a nice line. Push out through the left heel bone, curl the toes of the left foot back, stretching that left calf muscle. Let's pick up that top knee now. Slide the hand down, secure the ankle or the foot with hand or strap, and then start to pull that left knee back in alignment with the bottom knee. So pulling back on the ankle towards the buttocks, feeling the quadricep stretch here. And some of you might like to slide the hand a little further up the foot towards the toes, creating more of an ankle stretch as well. Push the top hip forward, top shoulder comes back. Nice big quad opening here. Exhale, release. Come on to the belly. Stack the hands. Rest the forehead on stacked hands. Notice how the back feels. And let's see where the neck is at right now. Exhale, turn the head to the right, rest the left temple on your hands. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn the head to the other side. Now this reminds me of something I used to do as a kid, so we'll see if it still works. Bring the hands under the shoulders, press up onto all fours, turn the body around. So you're at the top of the mat. You might need your strap here, I'm not sure. And we're going to come back down onto the belly into television watching pose. So I've never seen this move as a yoga move. This was more like a wrestling move that we used to do as kids. Cross the right ankle over the left, back of the left knee, and then bend the left knee. So you can see that. So my right ankle is behind the left knee is bent. Now the goal here is to reach back and grab that left foot, except I got a cramp in my hamstring, so I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm not going to do that. You can do that if you want. I'll give it a shot at another time when I've stretched the hamstring. I've just come from pickleball, so I've got a cramp here, so I'll try it again. Reach back, grab that, and then rest the head down, pulling back. Now this is where you could have a strap around that left foot. This is where I used to try and do this to my brother and make him say uncle. I'd pull his foot back and try to have him tap out. But it feels like a nice opening. So once I let my hamstring go and came back, it's okay now. Can you feel this is a back bend as well? Resting the forehead, pulling that foot back with the hand or the strap. Gives a nice quadricep stretch. Push that left hip down a little more. Exhale, release. Come back into crocodile. Stack the hands. Rest the forehead. So I don't know if I'll get thrown out of the Yoga Association for inventing a new pose. It's really a wrestling pose. But let's try the other side. Cross the left ankle over the back of the right knee, bend the right knee, and the goal is to reach back and grab the right foot with the hand or strap. And again, I've got this hamstring stretch, so I'm going to stretch out the hamstring and try it again. So if your hamstring is fine, keep going ahead. If it cramps up, curl the toes of the right foot, push through the right heel and stretch that hamstring. I'll try it again. And the second time it's a charm. Bring the head down and just pull back on that right foot with your hand or strap. And really this is a variation of a bow pose, Yeah, take your time to get that strap on and just take your time. Once it's hooked up, you'll be fine and you'll be able to do it. And if for some reason crossing the other ankle over the back of the knee doesn't work, just work on having that right knee bent and working just on the right knee without the left foot being involved, if it's too complicated. Push down through the right hip a little bit, really Feel that right quadricep releasing. Oh, I like this pose. It's going to come into my repertoire as a variation of bow pose. Exhale, release, stack the hands, crocodile. Prop the arms up under the shoulder blades. Slide the left knee out to the side into frog. You can bring the left knee and the left ankle onto a blanket or a bolster if you have a hard floor. And prepare for half frog. Walk the elbows out, flare the elbows out, bend the elbows 90 degrees, and come down into crime scene pose. Notice how that feels. When you lay on the belly, allow yourself to relax so much that the breath becomes tranquil and rhythmic. Let the breath become very hypnotic, almost like you're paying attention to the breath and it's putting you into a trance. Like a mother singing a lullaby and rocking you. Feel that gentle rocking of the breath. And if you'd like to try and bring the right arm back behind the low back, tuck the fingers and hand of the right hand into the waistline of the pants, and then relax the right shoulder. And notice if this is a part of the shape that you enjoy. You want to enjoy this one. If that's too intense, bring the hand back. Now feel that gentle rocking again with the breath. And then complete surrender, bring the other hand back. Both hands bound behind the back. Once again, let yourself come into a trance with the breath, the rhythm. Now release the hands. Stack the hands under the forehead. And turn the head in the opposite direction. Let the left temple rest on the hand. Bring the head back to neutral, prop yourself up, and then bring that left knee back. Stay propped up and just notice the contrast between the left and right hip. Change sides. Bring that right knee out. Goalpost arms. Head turns. Notice how this hip feels, this side of the neck. Close your eyes and feel the trance of the breath when you're on your belly. Let the breath rockabye you to sleep. We're in a vulnerable position, so just allowing yourself to relax into it can be very soothing. Let yourself be held by the mat. Consider bringing the left hand behind the back, relaxing the left shoulder. Feel the soothing rhythm of the breath, lifting and lowering you. And then the right arm. And feel the sensations, ready and preparing to let go of the arms, stacking the hands under the forehead. Counter turn the head, right temple on the hands. Exhale, bring the head to neutral, prop yourself up, and then bringing that right leg back, just noticing the hips in Sphinx pose. And for those who want to go up a little deeper, bring the elbows out a little wider, hands to the edges of the mat, Charlie Chaplin Sphinx. Squeeze the buttocks as you carefully straighten the arms into seal pose. And notice how you feel in the hip flexors here, low back, come down if it's too much. Let the eyes relax as you once again feel the hypnotic power of the breath. Stay with the breath. Let yourself be intrigued by the breath. Exhale, bend the elbows. Bring the hands under the shoulders, press up onto all fours. You might turn around. Try a little cat and cow here and feel out this back and the spine. Working through your cat and cow. Moving the spine ever so gently. Widen the knees, bend the elbows and sink back. Let the big toes touch. Feel your ribs against the thighs. Rest on your elbows. Stack the fists and rest your head on stacked fists. And then some of you can stack your hands so the head comes down lower and rest your head on stacked hands. The lower the head comes down, the more you feel this in the low back. And then some of you will remove the hands and bring the forehead all the way to the mat. If you're feeling a lot of tension behind the knees, you can bring a little rolled up towel behind the knees. If you're feeling it under the ankles and the feet, roll up a blanket or a towel and rest your ankles on the blanket or towel so it takes the pressure off the foot. We want to be here for a little while, so really make those ankles and feet comfortable. Become intrigued by the breath once again. Get very curious. Feel the breath moving, pressing against your thighs. And once again, allow yourself to feel that trance-like experience when you're staying with the breath and feeling its rhythm gently rocking you into a deeper state of rest. And that's why it's important that the ankles aren't distracting you. In, out, breathe, relax, smile, letting go. This next breath, this wonderful breath. Five more breaths if you can.
Slide the hands back. Gently press up. Come up slowly. We've been down a while. Come onto your sit bones.
Let's grab your blanket and make your burrito roll out of the blanket. For those who are new to the burrito roll, usually your blanket folds into a nice shape like that. And then you take the end of the blanket to the middle, middle to the end. There's your burrito. Bring it behind you, sit on the edge of the blanket, grab a strap. And straddle the legs. So you want the sit bones to be right on the edge of the blanket, so there's a tilt forward and you're being tilted forward. The only thing that's stopping you from falling flat on your face is these legs out here. They stop you from falling forward. Curl the toes back so we get that nice posterior stretch. Now, if you have a bolster, you could rest your head on the bolster like this. If you don't have a bolster, you could grab a couple of blocks and do the same thing. You could rest your head on a couple of blocks maybe. So if you can support the head, that's great. And over time, as the range of motion increases, you can move the base of the bolster further away, and that will lower the head a little bit. So the bolster gives you very fine-tuned adjustment. The blocks are a little more radical. You have to go a whole section down to lower the head. Keep working on those toes coming back, driving out through the heel bones. And each 5 to 10 breaths, check in to see if the head can come lower. Keep working the toes coming back. So you're giving the back of the legs their share of release, as well as the lower back. So you can get pretty creative with the blocks. Keep pushing out through the heel bones.
And then gently using the hands to support you, you're going to move the prop out of the way, but let the hands push you back slowly, 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 slowly. You're coming out of this. This has been a long time in that forward bend. And then gently lean back and squeeze the shoulder blades. So we're creating a little upper body back bend here, and start to lift the chin gradually. And then bend the knees. And come into a comfortable seat. Now, I'm going to give you lots of options here. If you like to, you can come onto 2 blocks into campfire pose, something like this. You could also bend both knees into Vajrasana, coming onto 2 or 1 block. Or you could sit cross-legged, or anything that feels appropriate for you to feel comfortable and tall. Relax shoulders. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Once again, feel the verticality breath. Inhale, pushing down through the sit bones. Exhale, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Take the right hand up to the face and take the tip of the thumb and gently plug the right nostril, very gently, not pinching, just plugging. Closing off the right nostril, breathing in and out of the left nostril. Notice how open or closed your left nostril is. As you inhale, push down through the sit bones. As you exhale, lift up the crown of the head. The next time you inhale, hold the breath. Hold the breath and then switch. Take the tip of the ring finger and gently plug the left nostril. Exhale, right. Inhale and exhale through the right nostril only. Notice how open the right nostril is. As you inhale, press through the sit bones. Exhale, lift up the crown of the head. Now we're going to start to alternate from nostril to nostril in a fluid way, exchanging each time we take an inhale. And you can hold the breath if you wish. Inhale, right nostril. Switch. Block the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Switch. Block the left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Push down through the sit bones. Exhale, left. Lift up the crown of the head. So keep sitting tall. Inhale, left. Push down through the sit bones. Exhale, lift the crown of the head. Switch. Inhale. Switch. Exhale. Continue at your own pace. Keep that verticality going. Each time you breathe in through the left nostril, push down through the sit bones. Exhale, lift the crown of the head.
switch. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, release the technique. Palms rest face up on the thighs. Feeling the breath come through 2 nostrils. Inhale, push down through the sit bones. Exhale, lift the crown of the head. Bring the hands together at the chest in gratitude for our practice tonight, for each other's company. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.